This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be in
chaos in the Afghan capital of Kabul as thousands of frantic civilians afraid for their lives under Taliban rule desperately try to escape. As panicked Afghans clambered onto planes, U.S. soldiers fired warning shots into the air. Hundreds more carried their suitcases as they rushed out of Kabul on foot.
This is manifestly not Saigon.
But it looks the same, complete with U.S. military helicopters carrying embassy personnel to safety. The U.S. embassy now evacuated. The Taliban broadcasting on live TV from the equivalent of the Oval Office at the presidential palace after rolling into the capital Sunday as the president fled the country. This is something Joe Biden said 6 weeks ago would never happen.
Your own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true. They did not reach that conclusion. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy. The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
Texas Congressman Michael McCall, the ranking member on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, says Joe Biden blew it on Afghanistan.
I think it's an unmitigated disaster of epic proportions. And I think the president, this is going to be a stain on this president and his presidency. And I think he's going to have blood on his hands for what they did.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken was in full damage control on the Sunday talk shows, trying to defend the U.S.
I want to say something, because if anybody needs to be locked up, is this Anthony Blinken. And we plan on showing you some of the things that it ain't just the Biden administration either. It's people in the Trump administration, the Obama administration, the Clinton administration. You can go back to the Bush #1, Bush #2, the Ronald Reagan administration. The deep state has been running things for many, many years. So we're gonna do we're gonna try to go back a little bit.
This withdrawal and the chaos that has ensued.
The fact of the matter is this: we went to Afghanistan 20 years ago with one mission in mind, and that was to deal with the people who attacked us on 9/11. And that mission has been successful.
Did you hear what this bastard says? Antony Blinken, not Anthony, Antony Blinken is saying that mission was successful in Afghanistan. Who was in charge when we went to Afghanistan? Technically, the Taliban, right? Who was in charge when we left Afghanistan? The Taliban. So what we accomplished? We spent trillions of dollars over there. A lot of our young men were murdered, but all this right here was a sort of let's just say, what they're calling now in some different areas, a color revolution. Now, there have been some debate on what a color revolution really is. Most of the times they say that it refers to a largely non-violent uprising, but they're not opposed to violence. You can rest assured on that. Whether it be the climate Nazis, whether it be war all around the world, all the time, non-stop, whether it be these communists that's in your government, because the government is full of communists and they always have been, but they've gotten a little bit bolder. Whether it be the six who issued the military to disobey the president. See, they have all types of coup d'etats. And there's ways to start out a color revolution by trying to go the peaceful way, diplomatic way, until you gain powers or get certain people up there so you can have sort of a mass protest or civic disobedience. Some say they use the different specific colors to symbolize the movement. I think the rainbow flag is a representation of the color revolution. The whole Black Lives Matter thing was built on that too. And the reason we went to Afghan and Iraq was false premises in the first damn place. If we really wanted to kill Osama bin Laden, when Bill Clinton was president, when he was getting the Monica Lewinsky treatment up there, they could have killed Osama bin Laden a long time ago. Who trained Osama bin Laden in the first damn place? We did. So this ridiculous notion that we were trying to stop terrorism has always been a joke. If you look at the history of any government, whenever a government, let's just start with our government. Whenever a government tells you that they have a war against something, I guarantee you, whatever they have a war against is going to increase. When they had the prohibition, the war on alcohol, more people became alcoholics. War on drugs, more people became drug addicts. A war on health care, more people had bad health. War on cancer, more people got cancer. War on hunger, more people are hungry. War on homelessness, more people are homeless. Do you understand how dumb it is for any jackass to try to tell you that the government can fix a problem? The government is not in the business of fixing problems. The government is in the business of creating more problems so they can get more control. That's the whole purpose of the CIA, is to cause complete chaos so you can give up more of your damn rights. They're not interested in fixing any problem, no more than the pharmaceutical company or the whole medical industry is interested in trying to make you have better health. With all the technology we have now, don't you think we should have better health in this country? Why are we still arguing about the same problems we've been arguing about for the last 50 or 60 years? We're going to make healthcare better. Both parties says this. Nobody makes it better. You know who should be responsible mostly for your health? Look in the mirror and you'll see that. Now, here's the problem I have with the government telling you how wonderful they're trying to do to fight against terrorism. There's not a war on terrorism. Whenever they say there's a war on terrorism, they create more terrorists. This is a well-known fact, is what they've been doing. We train the terrorists. We fund the terrorists. We use your damn money to make sure the terrorists get more money. Now, if you do a little history on Afghanistan, originally, Mohammed, I think his name is pronounced Shah or something like that, S-H-A-H. He was the king of Afghanistan from 1933 to 1973. They had a king. As a matter of fact, there was more stability in Afghanistan when they did have a king over there. But then something happened. In 1973, I'm sure it was a bunch of outside sources, but in 1973, Muhammad Khan was overthrew. It was two Muhammads. One Muhammad overthrew the other Muhammad. I don't want to get caught up with their names. One was a king, and I don't know who the other one was. His middle name was spelled D-A-O-U-D. Now, that was a Soviets, the Soviet Union. They were trying to back a communist coup in 1978. So in December 1979, the Soviet Union sent thousands of troops into Afghanistan and took completely military and political control of Kabul and the large portion of the country. Soviet Union did this. Now, this is when it was still the Soviet Union. Now, I guess the Soviet Union felt some way about Afghanistan because Uzbekistan and Tajikistan and Turkmenistan, I think that's how you pronounce it. These are the countries that separate Russia from Afghanistan. I don't know the real reason they want to be involved. You can debate that because they've been debating that for years. But these are the countries that separated Russia from Afghanistan. And it's about 1,700 miles that separate the Soviet Union from Afghan. So I don't really know the real reason they want to go over there. I personally think it has something to do with national resources like oil. Because most of the time when Russia or America or Britain got involved with taking over land, it has something to do with national resources. And you can throw Canada in there too. It mostly has something to do with natural resources. They want to take control of something. And the Soviet Union started that first. Then America felt some kind of way about the Soviets invading a country that never belonged to it in the first place. Now, I do believe this was the only time that the Soviet Union invaded a country outside this Eastern Bloc. Can't say the same for the United States. Now, since 1955, the Soviets had provided military training and material to the Afghanistanian people. I don't know if you knew that or not. I guess that's why they felt like they had some kind of skin in the game, so to speak. Now, after the Soviet Union invaded Afghan in 1979, the U.S. and the United States responded by providing significant funding and weapons and military training to the Mujahideen, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Osama bin Laden was part of that. He was the resistant fighters. See how we always building up? We get in bed with these people and then they become powerful. Then we say we got to go to war and kill them. Now, in 1989, the Soviets withdrew from Afghan. The Taliban did not take over in Afghan until 1994, and they captured Kabul in 1996. Now, you remember what happened in 2001. George Bush and his crew said we had to go over there and invade Afghanistan because the Taliban has power and they're helping the people who attacked us on 9/11. Now, if you really go and study 9/11, it's obvious that our government knew something. I'm not going to argue with anybody on this. It's obvious our government knew something. And my personal belief is the government wanted an excuse to go to war, because I think that there was all kinds of intel that shows that these people are over here training and we allowed it to happen. This was supposedly a response to 9/11 when they went over in 2001, went to Afghanistan. But they wasn't finished then, because Dick Cheney and George Bush and the whole deep state and this military complex who love war. I bet you Lindsey Graham had his nut huggers on with some baby oil on. I bet he was excited about this, because he really get a hard on when it comes to somebody else fighting. So in March of 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq. I remember this very, very well. It was known as Operation Iraq Freedom. Whenever we say we're going to free some people, I guarantee you chaos is going to ensue. In my opinion, our invasion of Afghanistan has turned into a sort of an exchange program. Now, there's a bunch of undercover operations bringing a bunch of Afghans and other people whose country we invaded back to America, kind of like we did after the World War II. We were protecting a bunch of Nazis. You do know we were protecting Nazis, right? After World War II. I hope you know that, because we wanted to use their scientists. They can help us with developing things. That's what we did. This is a well-known fact. Now, the whole reason for going to Afghanistan was supposed to fight against terrorists. That's what George Bush told you. Remember Dick Cheney, God rest his soul in hell. They imported a bunch of terrorists to America with this particular program. Now, if you go back under Obama, the mission in Afghanistan became about assassination at night raids. You do know that, right? Our military was training, our CIA was doing night raids during the Barack Obama, and it was called the Zero Unit. The fellow who just did the shooting in DC, he was part of this unit that we was training. And they were doing night raids, and a lot of times our people were going with these people, assassinating other people, allegedly had something to do with the Taliban. We don't really know if they did. Now, apparently, after they did a lot of this, the Afghan intelligence operative, which is including the fella who just assassinated, well, he assassinated one of our military people, a young lady who just passed away, and the other one who's fighting for his life. Now, they were supposed to be hunting these Taliban, and they pushed the CIA. Now, when I think there was in 2020, 2021, when the U.S. was was this backdoor evacuation that happened, this beautiful withdrawal by the Biden administration. Where's Mark Milley at? See, that's another one. I don't give a damn about a fake pardon for Mark Milley. Mark Milley needs to be court-martialed, technically put in front of a firing squad, in my humble opinion. Now, this Zero Unit fighters, many of them was flown out. And you remember, because initially, before Biden even got in, Donald Trump had cut a deal with the Taliban on the withdrawal, but he said, if you harm any one of our soldiers, I'll kill you. I'll blow up your house. He showed the leader of the Taliban his house and said, I'm gonna blow up your house if you kill. So they wasn't harming any of our soldiers then. But Donald Trump is the one who cut the deal. Joe Biden is the one that did the withdrawal. Now, from 2021, April of 2022, because I got a couple of clips I want to show you in a few minutes, but there was thousands of these men from these zero units that we had trained. These fighters were flown out of UAE, out of Qatar. Qatar is not our friend. I don't give a damn if President Trump say they're our friend because they guaranteed they was going to spend a bunch of money with us. Qatar the whole damn time was the ones who was training and hiding the Hamas leaders. So I don't know what the president is talking about unless he done lost his damn mind. He is acting like the fella who's the leader of Syria is our friend now when he was part of a terrorist organization too. We probably have trained him too. But these particular zero unit people, the fellow who just did the shooting, I'm not going to even try to pronounce his name because some long goat humping name, whatever. I call it the goat humping name. But we were flying people out of Germany, UAE, Qatar. We was processing them through U.S. bases like Fort McCoy and Fort Bliss, giving temporary humanitarian parole, not citizenship. Many were intentionally misfiled as interpreters because they know they didn't want to alarm the American people that we were bringing over a bunch of freaking terrorists. Now, so we call them interpreters in Afghanistan. We very, very good at doing this lying. So this fella right here was part of about anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 that we brought over. So it's about 20,000 more of these fellas over here right now that we've been protecting, and they may go AWOL any damn moment now. The CIA, nobody's dirtier than the CIA. I don't give a damn what nobody says. The CIA was afraid that their assets would be hunted down by the Taliban, so they brought them over. This is allegedly what happened. Now, if you want to talk about a national security issue, nothing is more of a national security issue than the crap that they've been doing. And the funny part about this is that the Taliban whistleblower says America is giving $40 million per week to the Taliban, and it's been going on since 2021. Do the math on that one. 40 million a week to the Taliban since 2021. Now, I think they may have finally stopped now. I'm not for sure. But just say if you just estimate it was 4 years of doing this, 40 million a week, but they won't give the American taxpayers any of their damn money back. As a matter of fact, they'll try to lock you up for not filing all of the money that you actually earned. But we're going giving money to the Taliban. When I show you the list of the money we're giving to the Taliban, if you're not irritated by now, and don't tell me that the Trump administration don't know some of this is going on right now. We're going to get to some of that, but I want you to listen to this particular clip right here. This is a tip by look, let me play Margus first. You remember what Margus says? Now, I played Lindsey Graham last night saying we should bring these Afghan soldiers over here. I hate Lindsey Graham.
Operation Allies Welcome is the ongoing effort to bring Americans home and to bring vulnerable Afghans to the United States and support their resettlement. The President of the United States has the authority to designate a federal agency to lead a federal response. Last Friday, he designated the Department of Homeland Security as the lead federal agency to coordinate Operation Allies Welcome to help ensure unity of effort, clear roles and responsibilities, synchronized priorities, and effective coordination across the federal government. This initiative requires us to call on the resources, expertise, and authorities of every part of the federal government.
See, you hear this piece of trash right here? If anybody needs to be court-martialed and put in front of a damn firing squad, it's this piece of trash right here. My man John 9A, that's his boat, y'all. That's John 9A's boat. Just hit us up on over on Rumble. He says, with the DC shooting, why haven't conservatives said that we should not put women in harm's way? They should not serve in military deployments. This was the norm before Obama. Values are gone. I agree with John. I know y'all think that may sound chauvinistic, but why are we putting our women in harm's way? You know, it's something is very, very suspicious about what goes on in a country that allows its women to be put in front of harm's way like this. I got one better for you, John. Not only do we allow women to be put in harm's way, John, technically speaking, we bring a bunch of savages over here and let them rape women and little children. That's how bad we are. My man, Big Boy Howard, that's the Marine, just hit us up. Howard said, let me get Howard's quote here. Howard says, I agree, Doc. I like to punch Mike Johnson in the forehead with my ring hand. You and me both, Big Howard. He said, with your ring hand. You don't want to hear him with that, with your non-ring hand. You want to hear him with the ring. See, these are the type of things that your government is doing, systematically breaking down this country and putting us in harm's way. And at the same time, they're trying to say we're protecting. I don't trust the FBI now. I don't trust the DOJ. I don't trust the CIA. I don't trust the government now no more than I trust the government of the Biden administration. I don't. Because nobody from the deep state has been arrested yet. So I like to know what the hell's going on. So I want to show you something. Now, I think President Trump has stopped us from giving money to him, but I got a question about that. For argument's sake, let's say the President Trump has stopped him from sending that $40 million per week. Could somebody explain to me, has anybody been arrested for supporting a terrorist organization, taking taxpayer money, giving it to a terrorist organization? Have the Trump administration arrested anybody who was sending that damn money over there? Because I like inquiring minds would like to know that. But here's another little this is one of the CIA operatives talking here.
Taxpayer money, your tax dollars, are funding the Taliban right now. And this has been going on since September 2021. On a weekly basis, the United States, the current administration, Mr. Joe Biden, has been sending $40 million, not from his own checking account, Americans' tax dollars. He's sending them $40 million cash.
Now, who's going to be prosecuted for this? I like to know who's going to get prosecuted for the taxpayer money. I want you just to think about how we have become slaves to believing what the government says. They use the IRS to intimidate you, to force you to pay taxes so they can steal your money and go give it to another country and use that money to help kill you. They're actually using your money. And if you don't pay your money, they'll harass you and lock you up. But they'll go take our money, steal your money, and go give it to terrorist organization, and nobody goes to jail. Now, answer me this. Donald Trump's administration has stopped the $40 million per week. Who's going to go to jail for sending that $40 million? Because if you steal $40 million and give it to a bunch of terrorists, they'll lock your ass up. So I want to know who's the Trump administration is going to lock up for doing this. Because I like to see somebody locked up. Because as soon as Donald Trump gets out of office, it's going to go back to the same thing. If nobody gets locked up, nobody's being locked up yet.
Every week that ends up in Afghanistan, and it's a very complex system. The money goes to the Afghanistan International Bank that lacks any authority to convert this dollar to Afghani. And so this money, AIB gives it to the Taliban-controlled Central Bank of Afghanistan. When I say Central Bank, think Federal Reserve. Now, who is in charge of Afghanistan's central bank right now? Nur Ahmad Agha, sanctioned terrorist, sanctioned by the United States for financing IED attacks against our soldiers.
Can you imagine that? Now, everybody knows this, right? Why don't anybody ever be held responsible for all the war crime has been going on for the last 50 years, technically speaking? And here is Antony Blinken. Now, I do believe Antony Blinken and the woman who was the prime minister of the UK, she didn't last that long. I think there's evidence to prove them and some so-called allies blew up the pipeline that was running from Germany to Russia. Now, here's Antony Blinken. He's asked specifically, who's in charge of the embassy in Afghanistan? Are we sending money to Afghanistan? Do you know who's in charge and what they've been doing in Afghanistan? He don't know anything, but we're gonna keep sending the money though.
Absolutely lives up to being a swamp when we try to cover up the fact that 26 of your diplomats told you directly that if you continued down the path that you were going, that it was going to be a disaster. And we should not be covering that up. I want to talk about a couple of things today. You are our top diplomat. That's not in dispute. Have you been in Afghanistan since 13 American service members were?
I think that's Pete. I'm glad you brought that, Pete. I'm gonna actually bring that up again, Pete. You said has been a front for the CIA. Matter of fact, the reason that the deep state was telling the media to be upset about you said is because the CIA uses you said regularly as their piggy bank to fund wars and do all types of corruption.
Were murdered.
No, I have not.
Have any of your staff visited the U.S. Embassy in Afghanistan since that day?
We've had people in Afghanistan. I do not believe they visited the embassy.
Do you know who is currently residing in our embassy?
The embassy is obviously not under our control.
This bastard right here needs to be put in front of a firing squad. I'm telling you, he's a dirty bastard.
Don't have the ability, not being in Afghanistan, to control it.
Do you have any information on anybody that has spent any time residing in our embassy since our departure?
No doubt.
So we technically built the embassy for the Taliban. Now, in 2001, when we got to Afghanistan, the Taliban was in charge. Stayed there 20 years, spent a couple $1 trillion over there. A bunch of our soldiers lost their limbs, lost their lives, lost their sanity. All for what? To give it back to the damn Taliban. Nobody's really went to jail for all these war crimes. Real war crimes. Not all these people, all these so-called conservatives on both sides talking about the freaking Israel and the Palestinians. Sick of that crap. It's all they talk about. Israel and the Palestinians. All these other war crimes going on, nobody even mentions it.
We do, or in any event, the intelligence community does. And I'm happy to share that as appropriate.
Yet, we are still giving the Taliban tens of billions of dollars. There's an American citizen out there literally woke up this morning losing 30% of their paycheck.
Damn right.
And a good percentage of that is going to the Taliban or other programs abroad. And this is something that we all need to think about. And we will be thinking about deeply for the next 2 years.
No, see, you don't need to think about it. See, this is another thing I get a little irritated about these whole like press conference and hearings. They'll have these press conference and hearings and they'll expose all types of corruption. If you work for a bank or a financial institute, or you work for anything, you start embezzling that money and spending it, they're going to lock you up. How is it that all of these government money from taxpayers come up missing? Nobody ever goes to jail. Billions and trillions of dollars come up missing. Nobody ever goes to jail. You remember from before 9/11? What's his name? When he said that a couple $1 trillion came up missing. What was the guy's name? Not Rumsfeld. Was it No, not Rumsfeld. I forgot the other name. But about $2 trillion came up missing right before 9/11. We never found it. How in the hell $2 trillion come up missing? Are you freaking kidding me? It's unbelievable. But this is what your government does. See, Antony Blinken, I don't even like the way he spells his name. He don't even put an H in Antony. Antony. Who is his mom? Stupid. Have you ever heard that? Maybe I'm missing something because I had never heard of an Antony until I heard of him. Usually it's Anthony. But this is the Biden administration should be charged with treason. Just about everybody in the Biden administration is charged with treason. Many people in the Trump administration should be charged with treason. Obama's whole administration should be charged with treason. Bush's whole administration, Clinton's whole administration, all of Herbert Bush administration, and 3/3 of Ronald Reagan's administration should be charged with treason. See, nobody wants to say that because they'll say Democrats and Republicans. All of them. They all been corrupt, damn it. But not only members of the Biden administration, you can go down the list. We're not going to talk about other administration in this particular setting, the illegal acts they've done and the evil things they've done, because I want to focus on Afghanistan a little bit, because this zero units were CIA-backed Afghan paramilitary groups, part of the National Directorate of Security. They specialize supposedly in counterterrorism operations, including night raids, intelligence gatherings, strikes against the Taliban, allegedly, the so-called insurgent targets, often alongside U.S. forces. The U.S. forces was going with them on many of these so-called missions. And the shooter, Ramahad, whatever the hell his name is, some long goat hump. Can I just say goat humping name? Because that's usually what I refer to it as, a goat humping name. He was working with the CIA in Afghanistan before we brought him over here. His brother also served in a platoon as the leader. His brother is in the United States right now. We don't know who he is because the government, Donald Trump's administration, won't release his name. His brother is here right now, by the way, and he's a higher ranking official than the one who did the shooting. His brother probably would have loaned like 20,000 more of these freaking zero unit people are over here right now waiting to attack you. And I'm sure they're going to let it happen. Now, supposedly this program was to fight against the Taliban, but America under Joe Biden was sending $40 million weekly to the Taliban. The shooter was a homegrown terrorist trained by your CIA, working for the Zero Unit in Afghanistan. The Zero Unit group has a reputation of being ruthless. They're ruthless with the journalists. They're ruthless with the human rights groups. They've been killing people. This so-called Zero Unit that the CIA trained, they was called really like a death squad. We trained them, though. Nobody can train a killer better than us. Now, we sent $14.9 million to Afghans to teach carpet weaving. I'm not making this up. I don't even know what the hell carpet weaving. Baby, do you know what carpet weaving is? I don't even know what the hell it is. Do anybody know what carpet weaving is? But your government sent $14.9 million to Afghan to teach carpet weaving. You can't make this right here up. Now, before we get, I want to show you a list. Let me put this list up, because I want to show you some of the things we were spending money and wasting money in Afghan on. Let me see if I can pull this list up, because I saved this list because I wanted you to see it. This list is astounding to me. When I saw this list, I couldn't even believe it. What's that? Get out of my. Why is that list not showing? Oh, there it is. There it is. Here's the list here. Now, if you can see this list, look at that first item there. Women's Scholarship Endowment. This is called Operation Enduring Centennial. Women's Scholarship Endowment, $60 million. They don't even allow them to be educated. They can't even get an education in freaking Afghanistan. So why do we send $60 million for this? I'm sure it's a way they hide money. Then you see that young women lead, almost $5 million. Support student success in Afghanistan, over $27 million. $79 million for access to quality education. You can't make this crap up. This is what your government has been wasting money on. This is what your government does. They waste your damn money and pretend like they're doing things that's good for you. Now, don't forget that 13 of our service people were killed when that beautiful withdrawal from Afghanistan. People were falling out the airplanes. You remember that? Now, this Zero Unit that the CIA helped train has been accused of war crimes, but no one has ever investigated the war crime because we're not interested, because we're part of that. Now, many of these Afghan soldiers are not loyal, nor would they ever be loyal to America. Many of these in the Zero Unit that have been involved in revenge murders Yet your government is paying I think they call it a stipend to the Taliban for the martyrs of the family. Let me see if I got that clip. I think I say that clip. We're giving money, like if we kill their families, some of their families die. We're paying their families to be martyrs. You can't make this up. And you think I'm lying? Hold on just a minute. Let me see if I got that clip. Because some of this stuff is so damn outrageous, how corrupt your government is. While they're screaming how much they love, which is all about humanitarian efforts. I don't know if I saved. Did I save that one? Let's see, withdrawal. That's my arguments. I don't know if I saved that one. I thought I saved it. I had a clip of that's one with the CIA, Anthony Blinken. No, I didn't save it. Damn it. I had a clip of them paying. We were literally giving money. Is that it? Wait a minute.
We now know one of the National Guard members who was shot at.
No, that's not it. But I'm going to let you listen to this one anyway. This is not the clip, though.
No, one of the National Guard members who was shot in Washington, D.C. Wednesday has died from her. 20-year-old Sarah Breckenstorm was a specialist with West Virginia's National Guard. Overnight, multiple local and federal agencies lined the streets for a dignified transfer and procession. Beckstrom and 24-year-old Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, who remains in critical condition, were shot in what has been called an ambush-style attack. The suspect, 29-year-old Ramalan Lakhanwal, was a highly trained and trusted member of an elite Afghan counterterrorism force who had worked with the CIA during the war in Afghanistan. News Nation's Brooke Schaefer has more on what we know about his work with U.S. forces. But first, Tom Dempsey is near the shooting scene with more of the global fallout and what could happen to the suspect's family. Tom, good morning.
Oh, man,
good morning from Washington, D.C. This morning, some big changes could be on the way for U.S. immigration.
Hold on a minute. I want to take this now. I found that clip I was looking for. I thought I had saved it. Let me let you listen to it. And this is the former CIA woman. Her name is Sarah Adams. Here's what she's talking about.
$1 million a week that comes on the airplane and comes into Afghanistan. So the plane comes in weekly. The amount of money on the plane
listen to this real closely.
Weekly is 43 million to 87 million. But one thing I want Americans to understand is in that bucket of the 40 million we send each week, we are paying basically welfare to the Taliban martyrs' families. So,
did you get that one? I bet you're proud of it, ain't you? You give, because their families are martyrs.
Every Taliban member who died during the war with us, the U.S. government is paying them a stipend.
Can you believe that? And guess what? A lot of our military people over here don't even get these stipends. But the effing Taliban's family is getting stipends. Do you understand how much the damn government hates you? So these young people go over and fight. When they come back, some of them even had to file for welfare. Some of them was taken care of. They lost it. None of them, all of them should get home. We got all this money to give to the Taliban. Every military person who went over there and fought should all have their houses paid for, their cars paid for, everything should be paid for. If you ask me, we're giving money to the Taliban family. Do you understand how corrupt this is? And has anybody went to jail yet?
Family.
But don't worry, we're gonna have a hearing and somebody's gonna make some real strong points on how things gonna be revealed, but nobody's gonna go to jail.
Our families of Americans who died there aren't getting squat, but we are paying Taliban families for basically dying while attacking us.
You can't even make this. Don't make me cuss. You can't make this up. If this don't infuriate you, I don't know what is. So the Taliban who's trying to kill us, because we kill them, then we pay their family. But when they kill some of our people, we don't even hardly take care of them. There's veterans now, there's homeless. Can you understand how corrupt your government is? You see why I hate them so much? That's why I don't have no sympathy on people like Dick Cheney dying. I don't give a damn about Dick Cheney dying. He should be dead, a piece of trash. So should Herbert Bush and his manly-looking George Washington wife, Barbara Bush. Can't wait till all the rest of them die. These people are absolutely corrupt. We allowed a Manchurian candidate with a fake birth certificate who likes to take the sausage. We allowed him to be the president for 8 damn years. Now you got his manly wife running around trashing the damn country after they got rich off our backs.
Whoa.
Yes, we're funding that.
This is just enraging.
And you know,
it's past enraging. Now, I hear all the people saying how much they love the government. They love the military. They love the military. But when the government is doing things like this, why don't anybody ever goes to jail? Because it's too corrupt now. I don't think it can be fixed. I don't think it can be fixed. When you look at how long this has been going on, it ain't just Afghanistan. You can go look at Vietnam War. You look at all of them. Bed of Pigs. You look at everything that happens. And when you get out of line and try to stop them, they'll blow your brains out like they did JFK. JFK wasn't no saint. He had his problems. But why do you think they kill him? Whenever you go against them, this is what they do. Nothing ever happens to these people. This is a global thing. The reason they keep NATO and the UN going because they're all corrupt. They're all in bed together.
Asked a couple of people that question straight out, like, do you not think this is not ethically correct? And actually one person gave me an answer of, well, it'll stop them from joining ISIS. I'm like, the Taliban guy's already dead.
Can you believe this? You believe this? You can't make this up. How are you going to give your enemies money to hate you? You cannot make nobody love you who hates you.
Like they give you these bullshit excuses as to why they're funding like our enemies.
They always got a good excuse. See, it's people like Lindsey Graham who need to be hung. They're always talking about when John McCain, that piece of trash, I like to break his other arm. When John McCain was alive, God rest his soul in hell too. When he was alive, his little fathead daughter always running around like he was a damn hero. The bastard wasn't shit. He wasn't. Him and the rest of them, all they do is do war and send our young men over there and let them fight and then bring them back over and say, you did a great job, while they're the ones getting rich off of it. All we do is stick our nose in business. We ain't got no business sticking our nose in. We use taxpayers' dollars. That's the reason that you said it was big. Do you really think they were trying to prevent terrorists from coming over? We import terrorists in the damn country. They're not trying to stop no damn terrorists from coming over here. You know why the elected officials who are controlled by the deep state were so upset with USAID when it was cut? Because the CIA uses USAID to finance wars and secret operations to completely do off the books. You don't even know what's going on. They're not going to do it on the books. If we are being completely honest, your government, they're bringing trained killers to America technically to kill you. Why are they releasing these wild savages inside the United States of America? We did the same thing with the Nazis. That's why all the people are sympathizing towards Nazis. I don't know how anybody in their right mind could try to follow somebody who's praising Nazis, who's praising murderers. I don't give a damn if it's Israel, the Palestinian, Adolf Hitler, Mussolini, Joseph Stalin. Why are you praising people like that? Saying how godly and how much substance you got about yourself, but they'll sit there and praise any damn body. And then the ones who they say they're friends, but they don't want to criticize certain people. Or either they're scared of them or you in bed with them. There's been secretive units in Afghan that were trained by our government. Members of our military even went on missions with them. When the Afghan units was murdering people. Someone was killing innocent people. Do you hear the media talking about this? See, whenever the media talks about something too damn much, I'm always suspicious of it. Whenever the media talks about the Palestinian and Israel, I'm suspicious. It's too much attention being given there. I'm worrying about the stuff they're not talking about. See, that's what you got to worry about. When the government is not talking about stuff, notice they don't talk about Ukraine no more. When Ukraine first started, I said the whole damn thing is a setup by your government. Everything that they did in Ukraine was a setup. The reason that they was trying to stop Donald Trump the first time is that he was getting a little too close to what was going on in Ukraine. When Barack Obama first became a senator back in 2005, him and the other Republican went over and told the Ukrainians to give up their nuclear weapons that they had. We don't even know what those nuclear weapons up to until this day. That's before Barack Obama, before he became president. When he was a senator. Who takes a junior senator to go over there and do this type of stuff? He's been a plant. And the Republicans are working with him. That's why the Republicans let Barack Obama get in there. Some of them are just as dirty as Barack Obama, if you ask me. Your government is the real enemy of the people. And they are using taxpayer dollars to commit these atrocities. All this is done under the guise of national security. It's a joke. Now, when I look at Bug-Eyed Cash Patel, I don't know if that didn't just scared him because Dan Bongino looked like a hostage situation. And by the way, Rommel has been trying to shadow ban me too because Dan Bongino is part of owner over there some kind of way. I know they're trying to do it because you're mad because I'm talking about Dan Bongino. Just like Elon Musk with his poetry looking self is over there trying to block me some on Twitter because I won't kiss Elon Musk's ass. If any of y'all kissing Elon Musk, we live on Twitter right now. Anybody kissing Elon Musk's ass because he has a bunch of money, he's a bitch, to be honest with you. I don't really like Elon Musk. He's done a lot. He's a South African who's done a lot. Yeah, he built some companies, but the bastard has done a lot, bringing all these damn foreign workers over here and stuff. He's done too damn much. I don't trust him either. How about that? I see all y'all sucking his butt over there on Twitter because you got to kiss his butt because you're in a bunch of ass kissers. Kiss anybody's ass, just like they've been kissing the people that are Google's ass all the time. Ain't nothing but a bunch of ass kissing. We got too many ass kissers in this country. Just like many of these so-called people who started being Republicans because Donald Trump came in office, they was kissing Donald Trump's ass for a while, wouldn't criticize it. Soon as it wasn't popular, they jumped off the bandwagon and they don't kiss his ass some more. Now they kissing somebody else's ass. There's always somebody else to kiss their ass because they can't even think on their own. Most of the so-called influencers now just repeat what everybody else repeat anyway. They ain't got no damn mind of their own. They'll follow somebody to repeat after what they say because all of their so-called core belief, every year almost they change. Every 3 or 4 years they change what their belief system is because their belief system really is not based on any biblical truth in the first place. That's why they so wishy-washy. They got to change it. Go look what they believed 3 years ago. Look what they believed 5 years ago. It's changed continuously. They won't criticize somebody if it's making them enough money. They won't criticize them. Now, when they stop making them money, then they'll start criticizing. You know why? Because they're frauds. They ain't got no real convictions really anyway. All their so-called conviction is made up. They pretend like they got real convictions. Soon as something not popular again, they jump on another bandwagon. This is why technically YouTube tries to make everybody, this is what they want to do. They want to make you be reactionary. Everybody plays videos of other people and they react to it. You know why? Because they can't think for them damn selves. You got to react to somebody else. My mind is already made up what truth is. I don't have to react to what nobody else is saying. I don't have to listen to what nobody else said before I make my mind up what the hell I want to say. People follow behind any damn body. That's why we're so easily betrayed, because you don't even know truth when you see it. Some things you shouldn't even have to look up for you to know is a damn lie. You know why people have a problem with that? Because they don't got no real damn conviction. Anybody can convince them to change their convictions. If everybody can get you to change your damn convictions, you ain't got no damn convictions. Every time somebody comes along, they change their conviction. Oh, I'm over here now. They always got a new person come out, a new person. Remember when Andrew Tate was real popular? Everybody was on the bandwagon. There ain't nobody talking about it no more, right? It'll be a new one. It's Nick Fuentes now. Canyon Owen. Every time it's somebody new, they jump on the bandwagon. It was Donald Trump. It was Vivek. It was Elon Musk when he had Doge. Just jump on any dingaling to ride. Bunch of dingaling riders. This is what you are. Anybody who comes along and tells them what they want to hear, they'll listen to them. Such and such is right. I said, ain't what they said 2 years ago. They ain't what they said 3 years ago. I've been talking like this for the last 30 damn years. Then they come up with somebody got red pill. If you need to get red pill, you ain't got no conviction in the first damn place. I can't be red pill because my convictions has been solid. Because my conviction is really based on the God of glory, not on some whim of somebody coming along saying what the Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court is corrupt. Hell is you talking about? Supreme Court been wrong many times. And my conviction is not based on the Constitution either. Now, if the Constitution is based on biblical truths, I'll believe that, but I'm not believing everything somebody tells me. George Washington wasn't perfect. Abraham Lincoln wasn't perfect. Jesus was. So whenever somebody starts telling me that I need to follow anything some other damn YouTube or anybody else say, I'm going to tell you out your damn mind. Because all these people, if you go look at the history of them, how many times they've changed their conviction, you will see. This is why the government gets away with it. Because they get you to go in fighting with each other over some misdemeanor. You think Marjorie Taylor Greene really has any conviction? That whore will get on any ding-a-ling that comes along. Marjorie Taylor Greene will. That's a fact. Don't get mad at me, because what she's been doing, she cheated on her husband with the sex therapist, whatever he was, the guru. Then it was the gym person. Now it's this other dude, probably somebody else. Every time you look around, and then you got these so-called YouTubers who's praising, oh, they're going against her because she's such an extreme. Child, please. She ain't got no convictions. She was with Kevin McCarthy for a while. I think she banged him too. And don't tell me who she banged. And don't tell me how much Principal Thomas Mathis, what's his name? Thomas, I can't remember his last name. Thomas something. Madison, whatever his name is. Thomas, the fella, her running buddy. Why didn't he do anything to make sure that the Epstein files came out then? Donald Trump didn't really want the Epstein files to come out because some of his buddies in there. He's not in there. I've already told you if he was in there to release it, but he was protecting some of his buddies. Now, nobody wants to say this because everybody's worried about now. And quit telling me how smart Tucker Carlson is. Tucker Carlson has been all over the damn map. If you go look at what Tucker Carlson has been, how he didn't flip-flop over the years, he was praising Andrew Tate for the longest. Tucker Carlson was. Do you understand that Tucker Carlson was, 1 minute Tucker Carlson says that anybody who's exploiting women and saying that they are pimping women, he said he had a problem with. Then he had Andrew Tate on his show. Do you understand that Andrew Tate was literally bragging on being a pimp? Matter of fact, hold on a minute. I got Tucker Carlson flip-flopping right here. I think I saved the tape because I wanted to show it to you. But everybody's praising Tucker Carlson now. He done flip-flop so many damn times that they ain't even funny. Tucker Carlson, he sit down when he TT. Everybody acting like he a badass. Now get out of here with that.
This is a spiritual phenomenon. I think that. I've always thought that. Like, what is that?
First of all, Tucker Carlson daddy was in the CIA. That's number one. I wouldn't be surprised if he poured CIA.
As someone who likes sex and thinks women are beautiful and everything, what is this? Mm-hmm. It's not about that. It's about destroying something innocent. So that makes it the most evil thing that there is. And I couldn't agree with you more. I also think it's way more widespread even than you described. It's called OnlyFans.
So as a man, there's a huge industry in managing OnlyFans girls and convincing girls to do OnlyFans.
This is how Andrew Tate got rich, by the way.
Fans and managing their accounts. And I teach guys how to do that now because it's one of the things I do.
You know, if you're turning like a huge percentage of America's young women into prostitutes, you're a criminal.
That's what OnlyFans does.
And punishing you and stopping that is like top of our priority list because you can't degrade my country and turn my women into prostitutes. Like, that cannot be allowed.
So why was Tucker Carlson having Andrew Tate on there bragging about him then? See, he wishy-washy.
Not. There's no human right that says you can pimp a nation's women, young women. No. Take advantage of their misery and confusion and desperation and poverty to turn them into prostitutes. That's what an invading army does.
So when I'll say pimping because it was webcam, but it was essentially what it was. When I was pimping, you'd pick up a girl, but if you get a high value asset like a girl, because that's what a beautiful woman is. A beautiful woman's a high value asset. It's like having a Ferrari. You walk down the street with a beautiful woman, it's like driving around Lambo. Everyone's staring at you. So if you pick up a high value asset, in the pimp game, you need to learn how to control her and retain her. You need to make her do as you say, and you have to keep her. And you have to keep her regardless, in spite of the fact that you cheat, you're busy, you take all her money, you make her do something she doesn't want to do, and she still has to stay with you.
Yes, my only concern is that.
Now, I got a question. Candace Owens, all these people have praised Andrew Tate. So if you're going to say you admire him because he's telling young men to be young men, but at the same time, he says this kind of stuff. But they all have him on here, but they don't got a problem with it. But then women, they be saying they're against pimping. They're against women being exploited the whole damn yard. Don't tell me you're concerned about the Epstein damn tapes when you weren't concerned about this crap, Tucker Carlson. Tell me you concerned about no damn Epstein tape. They're all a bunch of frauds, if you ask me.
We imagine as self-described satanic cults. I'm actually way less bothered by satanic cults than I am by OnlyFans, which is also a satanic cult.
He said he was truly disturbed by this, but then he praised Andrew Tate.
Because at least the official satanic cults call themselves what they are. It's like nice to have the opponent identify himself.
I created a system that allowed me to convince girls to do this, allowed me to retain 100% control of their income. I know how to make sure the girl can't run away.
There's nothing more legitimate about OnlyFans than there is about a satanic cult that lures girls online.
Now, the reason I show this clip right here is that I want to tie this in with the whole CIA operation. Every country, whether it's Russia, whether it's China, whether it's America, they use women to control men most of the time. If you're gay, they use a gay man to control you. We got all kind of color revolutions, and the problem is that a lack of control makes you more easily to be able to be controlled, whatever your vice may be. But here we have a country that has been overran by a bunch of communists, and your government is literally being ran by the people who's siding with your enemy to help destroy you. And if you say something about it, they get the social media platforms, they get anybody they can to stop you from talking about certain situations because they don't want you talking. Nothing is more detrimental to enslaving a people by lack of knowledge. Remember, the Bible says, my people perish by lack of knowledge. And the reason that they are destroying the country is because so many people are ignorant on who the government is. They're not your damn friends. I don't give a damn who the president is. The government is not your damn friend, period. When they start arresting the people who's committed all these crimes, when they stop ripping off the American people, most of these organizations should be done away with. That's including the IRS. Should be done away with. There's ways to collect taxes without having somebody who's writing a bunch of laws that nobody can interpret but them. They don't want a flat tax or anything like that because they use all the EPA is set up to enslave you. The CIA, the FBI, all these alphabet organizations is put in place to control you. It ain't for national security because there should never be an event like 9/11 if they were really trying to prevent something. There ain't no way in the hell much money we spend on national security than 9/11 would have ever happened if your government was interested in preventing things from happening in this damn country. Ain't no way in the hell they will be allowing all of this invasion into our country. Both Republicans and Democrats have allowed your borders to stay wide open. How in the hell can you have a secure country without a secure border? It doesn't even make any sense. Just like in your property, you don't allow nobody just to come invade in your house. But your government not only do allow people to invade in your country, we finance it. They actually give money to people to come over. We get these NGOs who most of them should be charged with RICO statutes, if you ask me. It's organized crime, and we have allowed it for years. Nothing's going to happen. You know why? Because this is what the government really wants, chaos. I remember I once heard a CIA fella say one time, everybody thinks the CIA is put here to stop terrorists or stop crime. He says, we're put here to make sure that chaos ensues. That's what they do. They cause chaos. My man Thomas Griffin just hit us up. Thomas says, I'm not the Tom Griffin, the baseball player. I crown myself King Tomahawk after the No Kings protest. So you King Tomahawk. Do you want me to call you? I just noticed that. I don't know if you want me to call you King. I'm gonna put AK King. King Tomahawk. Let me see if I will. Well, I appreciate you, Thomas. King Tomahawk. This is madness on what's going on in this country. It really is. Who else we just hit up over there? Miss Dana just hit us. Miss Dana just hit us up and see what Miss Dana says. Hold on a minute. The hell is that? Is your boo there with you, Miss Dana? Miss Dana just hit her. Miss Dana says she used one of our famous phrases now. They can all eat eggs. Now, in case you don't know what eat eggs mean, it means go to hell. Whenever we say you can eat eggs, it literally means go to hell. Miss Dana said y'all can all eat eggs. They can. I agree with you 100%, Miss Dana. And then my man, is that thing, my man? Oh, my man Mark Andrews, a sniper. My man Mark Andrews just hit us up. Also for a sponsorship. Appreciate you there, Mark Andrews. I want to ask you a question, and I'm not whining or anything, but do you find it a little suspicious that YouTube refuses to monetize me? Now, all these other people say the most vile things. I don't want to name one of them, but isn't it funny that I'm the only one that they won't let be monetized? You don't think that's a little suspicious? All these other people could be monetized. Facebook still shadow bans me. Rumble is doing it now. Twitter is doing it because I don't kiss ass with none of them. None of them. I don't give a damn who it is. I don't kiss ass with none. I don't want to be their friends because too many of them sell out for me. Soon as some other body becomes popular, they start selling out for this person. Everybody's on the bandwagon for the new thing that comes along. In a year, 6 months, they'll be on another bandwagon or somebody else. Because it's all they do is jump on the bandwagon. And then when that person collapsed, it was Q and none. Everybody finds some new person to jump on the bandwagon. This surgeon is right about such. And then they'll fade away because they don't have any core beliefs. I'm convinced of that. They don't got any core belief. They pretend like they do, but they don't. This whole Taliban thing is set up by your government. See, the fact that under the Biden administration, we gave about $500 million to Taliban under this so-called title Operational Enduring Centennial in 2024, almost $500 million. $60 million for the Women's Scholarship Endowment, which is a joke. I mean, that is the biggest joke I've ever heard in my damn life. In this Operational Endurance Centennial, we gave about $27 million for supporting student success in Afghanistan. I wouldn't give a damn if the goat humpers had success or not. $79 million for accessible and quality education. $79 million in Afghanistan. They got any universities in Afghanistan? You know, are you freaking kidding me? And then they give another $20 million for drug treatment for the Afghan. You can't make this up, man. We now know that the Zero unit created by the CIA in Afghanistan were airlifted to the United States of America on chartered flights in 2021. Many are suffering from severe psychological problems, just like the nut job who just shot the two service people. Now, many believe that the USAID, or I like to call it USAID, is USAID, was funding the CIA-backed Zero unit. Can someone please tell me, how does it help Americans to constantly send money to the Taliban? I thought that's who we were going over there to defeat. So answer me this, Batman. Why weren't the elite Afghan Zero unit forces, which is backed by the CIA, why wasn't they outside of Abbey Gate instead of the 13 soldiers who were killed? Why didn't we put this Zero unit Afghan unit out there instead of setting our soldiers up to be killed? Is it possible? I'm just throwing some clues out there. Is it possible that our government under Mark Milley and the Biden administration allowed our soldiers to be killed as some sort of appeasement to the terrorist Taliban? Don't put it past them. You cannot put it past what they will do. I don't put that past the government at this point. I think they're capable of doing any damn thing. I don't trust the damn thing they're doing. See, they always I always call it the, can we call it the carrot? They dangle a carrot in front of you and says, pay attention to this. See, at first it was the Ukraine war, constantly Ukraine war. Then it was the Epstein files. Everybody talked about, then it was Israel, then it was the Palestinians. Every damn cycle is some new things they tell you to pay attention to. While they're doing all these backdoor deals, they got all this stuff going behind the scenes. Everybody else is arguing over this. We're arguing over if Michelle Obama is a man, if Bridget Macron is a man. We're arguing over if the Palestinians are being kicked out of their land, if Israel needs some more funding, if Ukraine needs to be free, Russian. We got all these different things we talk about, but the real stories is the ones they're not talking about. If the media is constantly covering something, let me just tell you something. Be suspicious. Whenever the media is constantly covering a certain story, like they did with Black Lives Matter, Color Revolution, when they make everything about race, it's about the Palestinians, it's about race, it's about the poor little transgender people. All of it is some kind of color revolution to get you sidetracked, dangling the carrot. Pay attention to this, pay attention to this. When the real stories are behind the scenes, I'm always suspicious of the things that the government is not talking about. Because if they're talking about it, if it's something really important, it goes away real fast. They don't talk about it anymore. Why aren't they talking about a bunch of these Afghans who were shipped over here? They won't even give you the name. Who's in charge now? Is the Trump administration in charge? Is the Republicans in charge right now? Why aren't they releasing the names of all these damn people they brought up over here? We're not safe. No, you're not safe. You can't trust anybody, because I'm going to tell you another thing that the government is better at doing than anybody. They're better at infiltrating organizations. They'll get you a plant. They'll go to somebody who may be already in your organization, and they'll have dirt on that particular person. They used to deal with the mob. They'll have dirt on that person, whether the person has back taxes, whether the person did something that they knew about, and they'll say, we're going to lock you up, we're going to lock your family up. We want you to infiltrate the organization that you're already a part of. They do every organization like this, whether it be the Civil Rights Movement, whether it be the Proud Boys, whatever, the Tea Party, whatever organization you have, the government, the deep state is going to infiltrate this organization, whether they get somebody to join it or whether they got a member already in the organization that they're going to go to and they're going to blackmail them, because everybody got some kind of dirt on them. Are you willing to sell out for the dirt? And this is what the government is better at doing than anybody else. Because if you're afraid of certain things, they'll use your fear to control you. But when you don't fear anything, they will kill you. That's the only difference. See, some people say they don't have no fear. They really do got a lot of fear. They just say they don't have no fear, but they got a lot of fear. And I'm not saying it's healthy to have a certain amount of fear, because only a damn fool don't have any fear, that you're not cautious of what they may do to you. I'm not talking about stupid fear of a jackass who just, I'm going to jump off the top of the building and I don't think that I'm not going to die. I'm not talking about that kind of stupidity. I'm saying that some people fear everything. They fear speaking the truth because they may get ostracized by someone. Most of the people can easily be bribed, and they don't even have to do anything that telling. They don't have to try to put too much fear in them. It's just a little coaching. Matter of fact, they can offer most of them money. They'll take it. Most people will sell out their own kids and their mother for the right amount of money. But now we're dealing with a corrupt government that there's no way they can actually let us know all of the dirty things they've done, because it's too much. If we really knew all the things that the government was doing, it'll blow your mind. Matter of fact, if you knew all the things that the government was doing, they would actually have to be locked up themselves right now. Most of them are so damn dirty. Almost everything they've done has been complete corruption. They have done everything they can to destroy America's rights. At the same time, talking about the Constitution, we love democracy, this is a republic. It's all a joke. If the Republicans was really fighting for you, the Republicans will do everything they can to lock up the traitors. Some of them are traitors. Nobody's going to jail. Name me somebody who's went to jail that's been betraying and selling out the country. Henry Kissinger, God rest his soul in hell too. That piece of trash had been selling us out to China for the longest. Remember when they said it was a war on drugs? I remember I used to laugh about that when they were saying that Ronald Reagan said it was a war on drugs. Do you really believe there was a war on drugs? When you hear Sean Henney and some of these people talk, I always like to ask them, if there's a war on drugs, why is there more drug addicted people now than ever before? There's never been a war on drugs. Don't fool yourself. Never has there been a war on drugs. There's more people on drugs today than ever before, especially if you count prescription drugs. There ain't a war on drugs. There's never been a war on drugs. Anytime the government says that they're going to make a war on anything, I guarantee you that's going to get worse. And no matter what you name. In California, Gavin Newsom said he was going to do a war on the homeless. Homelessness has increased since he said it was a war on homelessness. Ain't no war on no homelessness. You can stop fooling yourself that the government's your friend. None of the government's your friend. This is why I don't really go to rallies of a political leader, even the ones I like. I support Donald Trump. I've been supporting Donald Trump since 2016, since 2015, as a matter of fact. But I've been critical of the crap that he's been doing, some of the crap he's been doing. See, some of the people jump off the bandwagon on the bandwagon. Now, I criticize the hell out of him. And I think there's some things he knows that he can't tell us. And I think there's some things he knows about that he don't want to expose his own government, which is not good. Because there's a lot of corruption going on inside your government that every president knows about. Do you understand that? I don't think Ronald Reagan was involved with the whole Contra scandal, but I think he knew about it. Afterwards, I think he helped cover it up, just like I believe Nixon helped cover up Watergate, even though he didn't do the break-in. I think the Trump administration now is helping covering up a whole bunch of dirty things that your government has done. I believe that with all the fiber of my being. I don't think the real information could ever come out, because just about every elected officials would need to be put in front of a firing squad, all the dirty stuff they've done over the years. Don't tell me anything about how corrupt Russia is, because Russia is no more corrupt than we are. The communist governments are no more corrupt than we are. We've done just the same things that they've done. We just done it hiding behind so-called freedom. The whole thing about patents and all these patents and stuff, the government created that so they can control things. Do you really think they want to cure cancer? They already got a cure for cancer. They got a cure for every damn disease. Most of the diseases that they create these drugs for, it comes from something that's naturally that God has already put on the earth. And they'll take the natural product that God has put on the earth and they'll make a manufactured process of that so they can produce it to make money, because you can't try to patent something that's natural in the environment. So they'll get something that's natural and they'll create it in a lab, and it's got all kinds of side effects because they don't want you to be actually cured, because you can't make no money on a bunch of healthy people. That's who your government is. Now, I know you trust them and you think that your doctor is really, really good, but has your doctor healed you or something? This is the first question I ask anybody who tell me how wonderful their doctor is. I said, did your doctor get you off medicine and heal you? Because Dr. Jesus believes in healing people, not constantly taking drugs for the rest of your life. Because if your doctor is not interested in healing you and getting you off drugs, don't tell me how wonderful he is. His job should be to heal you. And if he ain't trying to heal you, don't tell me how wonderful he is. People, I had family members, people I work with, they used to get mad at me because I used to say, if your doctor is so wonderful, tell me what he's healed you of. Now, there's antibiotics that heals people sometimes of a certain sickness. And I'm sure that the government didn't create that, but they'll make sure that they try to control that. They didn't go. Independent people are the ones create medicines that really do healing. And some natural medicines that do healing, they don't even want that out. The whole system is corrupt. I just want you to know that. So I'm not tricked by any of these damn people thinking they're tricking me, because I don't believe nothing you say. Most of what they say is flat out loud lies. It's based on controlling you. Why does the government tries to control the narrative so tightly? whenever somebody starts spreading something that is too factual, why don't they really investigate it or be open with it? Why haven't they been open with the Epstein files? Why haven't they been open with the JFK files? Why haven't they been open with the Charlie Kirk assassination? Don't tell me they've been open to it. You can't blame this on Joe Biden's administration. Why hasn't the Trump administration been open with the Charlie Kirk assassination? That's the question you need to ask yourself, because don't tell me they've been open with the assassination, because they haven't. They've hid just about every damn thing that has something to do with the damn assassination. And then they said, trust me. No, I don't trust you. I don't trust the government. I don't trust no government. I don't care which government it is. And hell no, I don't trust the damn government. And you would be wise not to trust the damn government either. They said, trust the government. You can trust the government. I don't. I do not trust the government. I will never trust the government under no circumstances. I want to play another clip for you right quick. What time is it? It's 9:05. I want to play another clip for you because I want to play the rest of, let me see this one. I didn't finish playing the other clip and I want to play it for you. What did I do with it? Oh my, what? Oh, I got another scandal, Omar, too. I got another video about Omar. I'm gonna play that one in a few minutes. Hold on a minute. But before I play that clip, I wanted to show you that. I meant to show this to you last night, but I didn't get a chance to show it to you last night. Remember when I told you that the Bible always compares the people of God to sheep? Now, sheep has enough sense most of the time to listen to the voice of their master, right? Or their shepherd. That's what Jesus was referring to when he says, my sheep know my voice. Well, if you don't know his voice, it means you're not a sheep. But I'm going to show you two dumb sheep. And this is the funny part. One of the sheep wises up, because I thought this was a funny clip. I want you to watch these sheep. Look at this. So one sheep is bagging up. Now this sheep right here, he's going to start ramming his head on this fence. But this sheep over here, the one standing in the corner, right, he's going to get smart and make the other sheep keep bumping his head. Watch this. Boom. See, the first time he hit, that's this sheep right here said, I'm not going to hit my head no more. Watch this. He keep making the other dumb sheep hit his head. Watch this. Boom. He not hitting his head. He making the other dumb sheep hit his head. That's the American people. Watch this. Boom. The other sheep going to finally say, you know what? My head is starting to hurt. It don't seem like he hurt. Watch this. Now, he obviously he got a concussion that time. He done bit the damn fence. He said, no. I think I done learned my lesson now. Let me think about this. I don't know if I want to run my. This other sheep said, do it again, fool. Do it again. This is the American people right here. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. He said, nah, I done wised up now. Even this damn sheep is doing it. This is funny. I love this little clip right here because the sheep finally said, you know what? I'm hurting my damn head by constantly bumping up against this damn thing. He said, let me stop for a minute. Now, I want to play another clip of Antony Blinken. Well, this guy questioning Antony Blinken, actually. And I'm going to finish playing the other one of Antony Blinken. Did I want to play that one first? Because I want to show some Omar after I play these couple of clips here. Let me see. Antony Blinken. Oh, here it is.
We are still giving the Taliban tens of billions of dollars. There's an American citizen out there, literally woke up this morning, losing 30% of their paycheck, and a good percentage of that is going to the Taliban or other programs abroad. And this is something that we all need to think about, and we will be thinking about deeply for the next 2 years. There's a joke that's made often out there about kids going to college to learn basket weaving and what a joke that would be. But the United States right now is literally sending tens of millions of dollars to the Taliban, 14.9 million to be exact, to teach Afghans how to do carpet weaving. Let's think about that.
Now, see, he's reading this. Why don't any of these people ever get upset and go charge somebody, because this is laundering of money. Somebody's getting the kickback on sending this money over. And whoever that traitor is need to be put in front of a firing squad, because the money ain't just going to the Afghan. Somebody in your government, somebody who's affiliated with your government is selling the American people out, and they need to be put in jail for that. But they do all these hearings, nobody ever goes to jail.
We are giving $280 million to the United Nations to do cash transfers for food in Afghanistan. Yet
why is this? There's Americans hungry, but we're taking our money, giving it to the damn Afghanistans when they got hungry Americans.
We're not sending an ear of corn from Iowa, a sack of potatoes from Idaho, or a cucumber or an orange from Florida. And that discounts the fact that there's no American tonnage going through our ports to send those things out of here either. It's just cash transfers. Another line item, these are directly from CIGAR reports. $75 million to teach Afghan women to be farmers.
Can you believe this? The amount of corruptions by your government cannot be understated. Republicans and Democrats both know about this. But nobody ever gets arrested. Nobody ever goes to jail for this.
I don't believe that we spend $30 million in the United States of America to teach women to be farmers. My colleague, Mr. Wilson, brought up that they can't even dance in the streets or speak to one another or go to school. I'm not sure that we can trust that that $75 million is being used to teach them agriculture. And as you pointed out, we don't have any diplomats on the ground to confirm the validity of these programs. Here's one that I was entirely curious about, and maybe you could explain it to me. $3.5 billion transferred to the Afghan fund that is tended to protect the macro financial stability on behalf of the Afghan people. What the hell does that mean?
That's a good question.
Can you tell me? I don't know. That's a bunch of gibberish to me.
Happy to address all of this, Congressman. Thank you.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Before you address it.
Let him address it.
Please.
Even worse, by the numbers, we've spent $9 billion to resettle 90,000 roughly Afghan refugees here since the fall of Afghanistan.
90,000. Did you get that number? 90,000. And don't forget this little one statistic that I like to repeat. About 70 to 80% of all Afghan men marry underage girls. And we're importing them over here. Oh, I'm sure there's nothing to see there. I'm sure that'll work out fine.
My simple Army math tells me that's about $100,000 a person. That's absurd. So my question for you, we do not even have an embassy in Afghanistan. We have no diplomats there. What are we doing giving them $1?
So, Congressman, as I believe you know, the money that we provide and the international community provides is done through partners, implementing partners, UN agencies, NGOs. They have.
Yes, we could say that about.
Can you believe this crap? This bastard is going to sit up here and tell you that we're giving the money through the NGOs. And he's like, we don't give a damn who's giving. We shouldn't be giving them one damn dime.
All the State Department dollars, foreign NGOs, foreign countries, foreign companies, and in this case, foreign adversaries.
So
we completely been taken over. I don't care what nobody says. We're a communist country now. We've been completely taken over. Nobody's going to convince me nothing. Don't tell me anything about the damn Constitution. Don't tell me anything about checks and balances. I don't want to hear a damn thing about none of that. When we're spending all of this money to foreign NGOs, the United Nations is so damn corrupt, it's not even funny. We're giving money to Afghanistan and every damn body else in this damn country. Don't tell me our country hasn't been taken over by a bunch of freaking communists who hates the damn country. Just like they said, Rome has fallen, London Bridge is falling down. Anything else you want to name, America has fallen. And I don't think there's no hope for us, because every time somebody gets in office, they always talking about they're going to drain the swamp, they're going to do this, they're not going to do a damn thing. All they're going to do is get on TV and talk, have a bunch of damn pepper rallies, talk about what they're going to do. Then they're going to do a damn thing. I'm so sick of these people telling you what they're going to do. They ain't doing it. This bastard right here needs to put a rope around his neck and hang it. That's what it needs to happen to Antony Blinken. He's telling you that we're spending millions and millions of dollars to foreign NGOs. We don't even know where the damn money is going, to the UN and everything else. And here we are, got to go up. You got to go to work every day. You got to struggle. You can't retire early. If you try to take your retirement money out early, they'll punish you. These sons of bitches is giving your money to every damn country in the damn hemisphere. Can't make this crap up. To terrorist organization, everybody who hates us, they're sending all this damn money on here and telling you what you can't do with your own effing money that you earn. And you think this country has not fallen. Freaking kidding me? Give a damn what these so-called pundits saying. I don't care. Mark Levin, all the rest of them, bunch of clowns. They care more about Israel than they care about America anyway. And then the other ones who care more about the Palestinians than they care about Americans anyway. Why aren't these bastards upset that we're funding every other damn country besides the own American people? And then we import and bring a bunch of foreigners over here. Donald Trump was even saying the other day that we have to bring all these different foreigners over here to do work because we can't do it. Why don't you train these bastards? What the hell is you talking about?
Each of these institutions, as verified by the department, has in place processes to make sure that the money that we provide and others provide is spent appropriately. And the money that has been spent in Afghanistan, and I think internationally it's about $8 billion since the evacuation, has helped avert famine.
I wouldn't give a shit about that. I don't care nothing about no famine in no freaking Afghanistan. It's ridiculous to me that they keep talking about we reverting this $8 billion. Are you freaking kidding me?
It's helped prevent the collapse of the health system. It's helped prevent the collapse of the entire economy.
I don't care about no other country. We're $37 trillion in debt and we're still sending money. I wouldn't give a damn if they starve to death over there.
It's helped avoid bringing even more disaster
Mr.
on
Secretary,
people who are suffering.
You know for a fact that people literally, especially outside of this country, they directly lie to us. Your people had to come.
So see, he don't even address them. I'll say I don't give a damn about nothing in no Afghanistan. They rape little boys anyway. Freaking in Palestine, we give Pakistan money all the time. Right now, we give Pakistan money, and Pakistan have what they boy love man Thursday. Grown men sleeping with little boys, little gay boys, acting like they're against homosexual as a joke. And then we have these so-called influencers, these conservative influencers, so hell-bent on trying to defend the Palestinians. I don't give a damn about sending Israel no money. I don't give a damn about sending the Pakistanians no money. I care about all these Americans over here suffering. We got to bust our ass and go to work every day, and they're wasting our damn money sending it every damn where else. Sick of this crap. And everybody wants to fight, oh, Israel first, Palestinian first. What about the Palestinians? What about the Ukrainians? What about the damn Americans? Your whole damn life, your ancestors have been working over here, busting our behinds, and you can't even retire on time. They got all kind of stipulations in the IRS. If you buy a certain thing, just say you purchase something, you pay cash for it. They may penalize you for that. And then after you keep it and you die, you give it to you, they're gonna charge you taxes again. But we sending money all over the damn place. And they won't even let you own your house without paying damn taxes unless you get an exemption. The damn house is paid off. Why the hell am I paying you more taxes? Because they need your money in order to finance all the BS that they're doing in the first damn place. We brag on these damn politicians. You make a politician your hero. No politician could ever be my damn hero.
Back and correct. Hey, it turns out we were in fact spending $500,000 to expand atheism in Nepal through the third.
Expand atheism in Nepal. Can you believe this crap?
Party implementer of Humanist International. They were.
This is why I find it laughable when I hear somebody trying to defend any other country, any other politician. Tell me how they're just such. Ain't none of them worth for shit. You ask me. None of them. All they do is talk, get online, have committees, all these special things, do press conferences, and they never do a damn thing because ain't nobody going to jail yet.
Lying to us. They didn't show us the exact slideshow that they put together for $500,000 and all this. They lied to us. We have no eyes on the ground, and I would simply close with this. We do not even have an embassy there. We have no business putting $1 into that place.
What you gonna do about it? See, you just did that great speech, and everybody, when he gets back home, everybody be patting him on the back. Man, you really told them you're a great American. Is he going to refer somebody else to get prosecuted for stealing all our damn money? You can't even steal your own money. They'll lock you up. But they're sending billions and billions and trillions of dollars to other damn countries, and they're getting themselves rich, getting their family rich, and nobody ever goes to jail. You don't think there's a little suspicious about the Republicans and the Democrats? See, you got people like on Fox News, they'll tell you how rotten the damn Republicans are. And the people over CNN and MSNBC tell you how rotten they tell you how rotten the Democrats is at Fox. But then you get over to the CNN and MSNBC, they'll tell you how rotten the Republicans is. All of them are corrupt. Every last one of them are. Because if you and I had worked for anywhere and this kind of billions and trillions of dollars had came up missing, we would all be in jail. Do you know how many people got locked up? Remember when they locked up what's the one who smoked the weed, the country singer, Willie Nelson? Didn't they lock him, Willie Nelson? They just made him pay back the money for IRS. Wesley Snipes got locked up. I know it for a fact. Didn't James Brown get locked up too? For tax evasion. Can you believe this crap? Anybody can get locked up for tax evasion, but these bastards steal your money. See, tax evasion means you earn the money, you just didn't report it. But they steal your money and they don't go to jail. They don't even get referred to go to jail. And I'm supposed to have faith in a system this damn corrupt. It blows my mind that anybody believes anything. And they get mad. I don't give a damn about it. I'm criticizing every mofo out there. I don't give a damn who it is. Because when you start defending somebody else acting like they're a hero, that's why I don't care about defending none of them. When they do the right thing, I'll admit they done the right thing, but don't get it twisted. They ain't our friends. None of them ain't really our friends. Because if they was our friends, the criminals who's put us $37 trillion in debt, you can go all the way back. Everyone that's living has ran up our debt. All of them need to be arrested. Every last one of them. Every senator, every congressman, every person, every prosecutor, a judge who took money and got in office that betrayed the American people to let the criminals out of jail, they all need to be locked up. They got more sympathy towards the damn criminals who's killing Americans than they do for Americans. They don't care about you. And then these people get on here fighting mad when you say something about a certain person. I'm looking, are you stupid or what? You upset because I said something about your hero? You's a zombie. You are part of the problem. You've been brainwashed to believe whatever these people tell you. Ain't none of them our friend. I just want to make that clear. They're not our friend. Because I got a question for you. If the Trump administration is hell-bent on cleaning things up, remember when they used to talk about draining the swamp? Do they ever talk about that anymore? Do you hear mention of that anymore? That they're going to lock up the criminals? That if he was in charge, Hillary would be in jail? Ain't nobody went to jail. Epstein thing is a smokescreen. If they really gave you the real crimes of what they really been doing, I guarantee you, your head would explode. Do you realize that most people, the real rich people, are homosexuals? They got homosexual tendencies. The big Pentagon people, the big stars, the big movie executives, the big music industry executives, the big UN leaders, those in the World Economic Forum, that's what they have in common. Because the devil is very good at manipulating these damn demons. They are one of them. And the reason they don't care about the Christians being killed because it goes against their principles. If soon as they thought the Muslims was being killed, they all outraged. Oh my God. You hurt the Muslim feelings by saying something about bacon. Kill 100,000 Christians, not a mumbling word from the right or the left. I don't say a damn thing. But you hurt somebody's feelings online. Ooh, they got his feelings. You can't be hurting their feelings online. There'll be I get these fake Christians be outraged about I can't believe you saying something, but you ain't mad about what the other crap that your hero is doing. You're not mad about that because you're a fraud. Use the fraud. You always got somebody else to follow. I'm going to follow this and follow Jesus. I'm going to follow this one right here because he's saying something. Well, that ain't what he said 2 years ago. That ain't what he said a year ago. That ain't what she said a couple of years ago. Well, I would follow Dr. Extremist, but he's an extremist. I ain't taking your money. I ain't ripping you off. Funny thing about it is, I'm the only one that got on the outside. None of them invite me to that crap because I wouldn't kiss their ass. I'll say it right in their face that they're lying. They don't invite me to that crap. The last people that used to invite me to all that crap, and they got mad at me because I exposed them, was the Tea Party. Tea Party used to put all my videos up back in 2012, 2013. They used to put all my videos in there. They got mad because I started criticizing them because they had sold out. And I wouldn't sell out. I told one of their leaders, I don't give a damn about none of that. You can't make me sell out. None of you pussies scare me. I don't care nothing about you getting upset about something I said. And this is what they do. They fear people who they can't intimidate. They don't fear nobody intimidate. I don't care how many subscribers such and such. I've been there, done that. That's why they do. That's why they should try to hide me, because I won't go along with them. I was once on a broadcast that somebody was on his broadcast. I insulted him because he was trying to sell out or something like they got mad at me. Don't get mad at me. You can't buy me off. I ain't for sale. Ain't for rent either. All these people be selling out for the money and everybody be talking like they badasses on the internet. Child, please. It's a joke. The whole system is corrupt. We got a bunch of communists inside our system. We got a bunch of people who don't give a damn about America and they pretend to be doing something for America. Do people really think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is for America? Thomas Massey is for America? They're not. Now, I want to see people like Stephen Miller try to get somebody prosecuted then. Stephen Miller, since you're so damn smart, get somebody prosecuted then. Well, won't any of these people be referred over to be prosecuted? Ain't Pam Bundy the one over the head of the head prosecuting department in the whole country? Y'all can't refer anybody to Pam Bundy to be prosecuted? But they get on Fox News. Ooh, they be talking. Stephen Miller knows all the laws. Oh, he's smart. I'm not going to take that with me. He's smart as hell. Why don't Stephen Miller tell Pam Bundy what crime to charge him with? He don't do that. Jesse Waters and everybody have him on there telling me how smart he is. Listen, nigga, get somebody prosecuted then. Hell is you keep talking for? You just told us what the law is. You say they broke the law. Go over and tell Pam Bundy this is the law they break. Now charge them with it. Nobody gets charged with a damn thing. They grandstand, come on TV, grandstanding, telling everybody what they did, telling you what law they broke, but nobody goes to jail. Donald Trump just had a post saying that he was going to stop all these foreigners coming up. Why you ain't been done that, damn it? They tried to kill you. You're not even interested. Who tried to assassinate you? You got to be a damn fool. Somebody tried to blow my brains out. First thing I want to know, who in the hell tried to blow my brains out? Not even interested in that. They lied about that. Let's open back up Barack Obama's birth certificate. We can get to the bottom of a whole bunch of corrupt things that happened. But nobody's really interested in finding out what real crimes is. Now, I know I'm going to get shadow banned on a bunch of stuff for everything I said tonight, but I don't really care. I'm sick of everybody trying to act like we got to get along with every damn body. When you show me that you my enemy, when you show me who you is, I'm going to believe you. You're not going to be able to come back along later on and act like, you've been on the same side. You already didn't show me that you'll sell out. And once a person show me they'll sell out, it ain't no need you trying to come back a year later. I'm going to remember what you said. This is why I don't trust Tucker Carlson today. This is why I don't even trust Meg Kelly. She didn't flip-flop so much, but she was for transgender surgery. Now all the conservatives are passing her around like she's a beacon of truth. When she was at CBS, she was having trans people on there. She believed in trans, that a man could become a woman. Now all of a sudden, she says, I've seen the light. No, you're not getting any damn more money from CBS. That's why you've seen the light. She's on tour now. All these conservatives bragging on her. You don't say. I don't want to be none of their friends. I don't care about none of that. I really don't. But whenever you do something like that and you try to come back later on and act like you wasn't saying what you said, how can anybody ever think that a man could become a woman? It's ridiculous, most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's super intelligent. She's a lawyer. She should know that basic biology. But they're all bragging on her now. Oh, yes, they will. And nobody else will call them out, but I will. I don't care about them talking about me. See, that's the difference. When they know a person is going to just say whatever comes to their mind when it's the truth, they say, we ain't going to touch that. They'll go get some random guy and they'll post his videos. They won't post mine because they say, we give him some notoriety. That's what happened last time. They got mad because they couldn't get me to sell out. Then you take my station down and you take all my damn subscribers. Then you put me back on, take my subscribers, and then you think I'm going to shut up, but I'm not. I'm never going to shut up about it. You bastards are corrupt, and you need to be called out on your damn corruption. Don't get mad at me because your favorite person is corrupt. They done sold out. Now they on the time talking tough, using a little profanity, talking like a badass. Stop it. Most people will sell out for the right price or the right movement. I don't like Nazis. I don't like white supremacists. I don't like black supremacists. I don't like Latino supremacists. I don't like radical Islamic terrorists. I don't like most Republicans. I can't stand them no more than I can stand the damn Democrats. I hate communists. I hate socialists. And all the people saying is, we got to get along. We got to show some civility. I can't show no civility when somebody's trying to kill me. Are you crazy? I'm going to show some civility when you're trying to kill me. That's insane to me. Somebody's trying to kill me. You telling me I need to be civil with somebody trying to kill me. Are you stupid or what? No, I don't believe in that. But that's my rant for the night. I've had enough. I hope I didn't make anybody too mad tonight. We'll try to give you some spiritual food on tomorrow. God bless you, Common Sense Nation.